Do I need to clap also? I want to clap.
We can, yeah. Applause. Hi guys, it's 26th episode of Suit Yourself.
That's quite a lot.
Again,
Nice.
another Sunday. And today it's a special day because actually we will launch this episode on our trip to PT Uomo.
PT, exactly.
And guys, you can also see one suit that I will wear at PT Uomo.
Yeah.
It's a premiere of this pink suit.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, already you're wearing it? I thought you were hiding it.
Yeah, because now we are in Florence.
Yeah, exactly. We are.
Yeah. I think we are actually in Florence right now when you guys are listening to us.
Yeah, and I'm not coming back to Sweden, maybe.
No. There is no summer here, so people wear. Actually, it's a good idea that I wear this suit today because we are gonna talk about the art of looking effortless.
Mm-hmm.
And on my way to this to our studio, because we have the studio in the city center, we are sitting at Skåk Sebolaget, our partner. There were some workers from some Baltic countries, and they were looking at me, at my suit, and wow, are you gay?
Exactly. They were not looking at me like this.
I didn't know that it's still a thing that when you're wearing pink, people are just looking at you.
That's the thing. I think that I watched one French guy talking about this recently. His name is slipping in my mind. It's gonna come back, but Cormac, his name. So
who is he?
He's an influencer. He's been working a bit also on the technical side of things with Hugo Jacomet, but he's been somewhat of an influencer for quite a while. Alex Cormac, quite a cool guy, and he was talking about the pink color and how it's actually. I mean, in our society, it has had some connotation.
Pink color.
Yeah, that it's feminine, which is not the case in many other cultures nowadays.
You mean a shirt with pink color?
No, any color, any pink on a man.
Pink color.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And in certain society, it's the other way around. It's actually considered being like a sign of virility and manhood.
It was the part of uniforms.
Yeah.
So it was very manly color, and actually it started to be connotated with girls, with females.
Exactly, it's mostly American. Actually,
yeah,
this type of
after Barbie.
Exactly.
Release of Barbie doll.
For me, it's like yes, we can think things like this, but in our society, yes, it's more feminine to wear pink, and I would say it's that's also why it's actually quite cool to, well, disregardless of this attitude, to wear it if you want. Because when I was a teen, I remember it was very harsh, when you're a teenager, when you're doing anything out of the box, anyone is going to shoot you,
Yeah, exactly.
And so you needed to have balls to wear pink. And some of us were taking pleasure in wearing pink, and like, yeah, what you gonna do about this,
Come on.
So it was becoming something, some statement. And but then we are at an age, I would say, where we don't give a damn. You want to wear pink, it's nice, and that's it.
I mean, there's nothing harder than looking great. Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
But without looking that you try too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you can wear clothes, and sometimes clothes can wear you.
Yeah.
So,
effortless.
So in this episode, we unpacked what it really means to look effortlessly stylish.
Oh yeah, quite a lot of things to say about that, actually.
Yeah. I think we also talked about it with Mikkel in one episode.
Exactly.
But what is it? It's about the fit, the fabrics, the colors, the confidence.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things around this.
Or simply how not to overthink it.
Yeah, exactly. The sprezzatura, again, the legend around the sprezzatura and all this, and how you dress. It's like this Italian way. You need to think about it, how you're gonna be dressed in the morning, just before dressing up. And then, as soon as you leave the door, you don't think about it anymore.
Yeah, because sometimes you wear some outfits. That's actually a great thing to do. Because if you have some extra occasion, circumstance, you want to look good, but you also want to feel good in those clothes, comfortable. So right now, that's why I'm wearing this suit, because I want to try it, because I want to feel confident in it. And I would also I would like to check if the size is comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
If maybe we still have a 1 week, so maybe I want to go to the tailor to maybe
Yeah, exactly.
do some small adjustments. But I would say that if you look effortlessly stylish, it's not only about the clothes, but it's the
about you.
comfort. It's the comfort of the clothes, because you need to feel comfortable. Even if you're wearing the best suit, it fits you perfectly, but it's not just your fit.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
looks good. Maybe it not fits you perfectly. It just looks good.
Yeah, yeah.
But it needs to also have some purpose. You also have some kind of function. That, for example, if you're sitting all day long in an office,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
then maybe not maybe too warm suit will be something too much.
Yeah, exactly. It needs to be accurate, I would say. So it needs to be accurate to the moment that you are trying to assess, to the environment, but also to yourself. I mean, you need to embody it. You need to feel confident in what you're wearing, and you need not to give a damn. If you're thinking about it too much, it means that you are not really where you should be.
Yeah,
Are you thinking about your pink suit while wearing it?
I'm aware that I have a pink suit and yellow shoes.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's me. I like colors.
Yeah, exactly.
In the summer, and I feel comfortable in this suit. I don't feel like it's too tight somewhere, and like wearing it with a just like a polo shirt, knitted polo shirt makes it just so effortlessly actually stylish.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't care that people are looking at me. I like it. I know that I look good, but sometimes when I choose some outfits, it's like, okay, I know that I look good, but it's not me. I think I have too many accessories or something, or maybe those fabrics, they clashes together. Maybe it's not great. Maybe I would wear different shoes. Today I'm wearing Vans sneakers.
Yeah, exactly. Because
so
you're
it's
a skater.
very different, because usually I prefer loafers.
Yeah, exactly.
But sometimes I think that we all had some situations that we went out and we just wanted to go home and change.
Yeah, yeah, that's something that you mentioned before. But that is something interesting. It's the how people look at you, and that's interesting because we might not have the same vision over it. So I feel like you disregarding of the reason why people look at you. You like that people look at you, so you like to get this attention. Even those workers are like, "What the fuck is he doing?" You kind of like it's part of it, And I mean, it's not that I care so much on how people would feel about me, but I prefer to have this other type of look, like, cool, That's and I don't know. That's maybe also I need to think about wearing a pink suit, but that wouldn't be my go-to. And it's not that I have anything against pink. I think it's very nice, but it's not necessarily what I want to project. I don't necessarily need attention of people, or not through what I'm wearing. And I think it's another way also of embodying your clothes. It's more about you than just the clothes. But what you are projecting right now is also your personality. So when it's your personality to be like this, to be a bit more extrovert, then perfectly fine.
I mean, it's cool just to change styles.
Yeah.
Sometimes in a full suit, very traditional formal suit. Also sometimes in jeans and just t-shirt.
Yeah. And that's the fun of it, actually.
Yeah. But you can look good in a t-shirt and jeans, but sometimes I see people in t-shirt and jeans and they don't look good. Why then? Yeah. Why? It's sometimes it's the form of it. It's the quality of the t-shirt. It's the quality of the jeans. It's the
charisma,
the silhouette of the jeans.
Yeah, but what is this person projecting also,
Yeah, it's like
the confidence,
the aura sometimes.
Exactly.
Because I've heard that, I'm spreading some aura, and I don't know what that means. It's just that maybe you should be aware of your wearing.
Yeah, but I think it's something that, it's a bit like the actors, because what we are talking about right now, it's a lot about projecting an image, and whose job is that if not the job of an actor, and to projecting something, and to project an aura like this. So if you embody this character that projects something, if you feel it and if you incarnate it, then you can wear t-shirt and you're gonna feel, oh God, this guy is someone, or he has something in his mind, or there's something a bit deeper than just this physical appearance that we are saying. And I think that goes with every type of clothing. If you're wearing like the simplest thing or the most complex stuff, but I think it's always good to have some deepness. Also comes from the fact that you're converging two opposites. So if you're wearing something that is very flamboyant, it's more intriguing not to be that flamboyant. And if you're wearing something very simple, maybe projecting a bit much can be interesting, because you're like, all right, is not completely what it looks like. So I'm interested in what
you should act the opposite. When
toning down, like
when you're wearing very formal suit, you should be more
more
chill.
Relaxed. Exactly. I think it's more charming.
But this is actually what I actually see. Like now, there's the end of the school year, and a lot of people are wearing their first suits, guys. And I see that they are very stiff in those suits. They don't feel like themselves.
Yeah.
And of course, it's like in Poland, we say that you look good in a tuxedo after 3 generations. That you can actually wear the tuxedo, you feel comfortable in it. And it's also something with the suit that or like all clothes. That if you don't feel it, or you're like too stiff because you're wearing very formal suit, so you need to be not yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You should be very stiff, you should be very serious. But no, you can wear a suit and you can still be yourself. You can. It just needs to be comfortable, because I see that a lot of guys, they just choose maybe too slim suits. Maybe they are not comfortable. Maybe those fabrics it's polyester, cheap, and exactly. they are just sweating in those suits.
But it's an in between, I would say. It's on the same time, yes, all right, clothes are wearing them more than the other way around. So this part is something that, when you are young, you are learning. But also there's something that they are learning that is super powerful, is that you can project something of yourself that you are not at the moment. So you can become something, and clothes can help you to become something. When you're a kid, when you grow in life and all life, I'm not the person that I'm right now is not the person I'm going to be in 10 years. I'm going to have changed, I'm going to have more experience, and I'm going to be different in many ways. And you are always becoming something, and clothing is part of it. And it's a way to experience that. It's like, I don't know, when you are 10 years old, you are a weak little kid, and then you go to the gym, and when you are 20, you are stuck, and you were not like this before, and you wouldn't have been like this without effort. And it goes the same way for everything, whether it's mental, whether it's physical, with your clothes, etc. So you can become something, and I would say that clothing is part of this. You can really experience with clothes. It goes faster than going to the gym or to learn how to behave and things like this. And that's the real strength also behind clothes. It's part of testing and experiencing what you can be.
Yeah, it's testing and even copying.
Exactly.
If you found somebody
which is normal,
that looks good, just copy it.
We all copy. We are social animals. We need to copy something that we feel, okay, I can project into this. I need an example, whatever we might feel that we're unique.
But at the same time, a lot of people are copying some style. You see teenagers wearing the same clothes. But also, I feel like when you copy too much and you copy the mainstream, normcore,
exactly,
it doesn't equal a style. Because you're just...
it's more the other way around. It's like you gave up.
You're just choosing the look that you see on a display, on a window of a store.
Yeah. But that's the other way around. It's more like giving up, I would say, Like, it's like, all right, I'm not gonna... when you have some Zuckerberg guys or Steve Jobs doing it, they are projecting a brand, so it's not... They have not given up.
But they have personality, so they don't need to show
exactly. So it's the other way around.
And actually, I think Mark Zuckerberg is actually wearing different stuff right now.
He has changed, exactly, because he was in this area of time, but now he's like... but he has completely switched. Now he's like... doing a lot of manly stuff and projecting this manlyhood a lot
and stuff.
Exactly.
But because he was just focusing on something else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he's getting back to himself, and I'm guessing he's trying to find out himself, which is about time. But
but it's also something important to say that there is a thin line between effortless and being lazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because sprezzatura, this word is just overused.
Yeah.
But that you don't even like button, I don't know, the button-down shirt. Sometimes it just looks good. I prefer to sometimes just leave the collar of button-down shirt loose.
Yeah.
But it's not like you're wearing the second day the same pair of, I don't know, socks.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Something.
No, but for example, today I was lazy. I was lazy to dress up, so I just took the first stuff that came into my hands. And
today you have the look here, like fellow kids. How you doing with the baseball cap?
Yeah, because I'm like I was late, and usually when I'm lazy, I just put some jeans on and some.
So you do have sets for being lazy.
Yeah, exactly.
That work. I also have them.
What would it be for you?
It will be those black trousers that I have like few episodes before, because they're comfortable and this black looks good with everything.
Yeah, exactly.
If I don't have any shirts pressed, ironed, then it will be some polo, knitted polo. But sometimes it is even like something like like your outfit that is Canadian tuxedo. Or maybe a t-shirt, jeans, some even Vans.
Yeah, exactly. But I would say that's the stuff that I'm wearing when I'm at home. And I was just like, all right, I'm taking the first stuff that comes to my hand. I'm always comfortable with some cowboy shirts, and pair of denims, and that's it. And since my hair looks insane, I'm putting a cap. I don't really like to, but shout out to the guy that told us that we don't talk enough about hats. So I was like, all right, then I'm going to wear a cap.
It's a cap. But next episode, I will have a cap.
Yeah, I'm not. So, like I mentioned, I don't really look good on most caps, or just hats, generally speaking. Caps are alright, but I'm putting them reversed. It's not because I want to look so young or things like this, just because it looks better on me that way than the other way around. Otherwise, I don't really. My head is too small for that. So just didn't think about it. I just put some stuff on me. And I don't know. It's like sometimes I'm watching some videos that we did from previous podcasts, and I'm looking at myself. I'm like, oh, geez, well, I can see your legs, or your socks are not put right, or and I'm like, yeah, well, when I'm on the moment, I don't really overthink about it. I'm like, yeah. The point here for me is to have a conversation, is not to have the perfect look. And then, yes, of course, then I will see myself on stage, so to speak. I will see the video after. I was like, oh, well, that wasn't great looking, but that's life, And I think that's the way people should think about it. They should be like, yeah, never mind. It's not so important.
Karl Lagerfeld said? He said that if you're wearing sweatpants,
you have abandoned or
you just
gave up on life.
Gave up on life, yeah.
Yeah, no, but I get that. I mean, if you start wearing sweatpants and you are not going to the gym, or you are not having a physical activity, you have a bit gave up on life, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, in Poland, there are big contrast between women and men.
Yeah.
Men, they like streetwear, sometimes sweatpants. Women, they like to dress up. They wear heels more than here in Sweden. Because here women wear sneakers a lot of times. It's more comfortable. I was at an Italian restaurant. It was more chill restaurant, but still, a guy was in, sweatpants.
Okay.
It was more street style. It wasn't guys. We don't have these track suits like, maybe 20 years ago in Poland. No, it's not like this. It was more the street style look, like Balenciaga shoes, Balmain, or something like that. But still, pants like that.
No, but I mean, no, yeah, it's a bit giving up, to be honest. And I mean, for example, I'm super attracted, and I mentioned that before, by looks that are super different. And I wouldn't say sportswear. I could wear sportswear like this, like the jumpsuit Adidas completely.
Yeah.
I could wear that if I'm doing some crazy stuff with my brothers or things like this, but I wouldn't wear it like on almost ironically. For example, I was checking because I mentioned before that I'm interested in more tech wear, and I've always been having in the corner of my eyes, yes, like I would like this acronym, which is a designer brand that's been working with Nike. They have been doing this ACG capsule that still exists, but anyways, one trousers there is at least $1,000, and they are like
Adidas.
Italian made. No, the acronym. And you have other brands like Enfin Levé, M&M's. Anyways, those brands are probably not familiar for most of you guys, but I find those clothes that are super technical and they are super practical, super comfortable in many ways, but they look a bit crazy ninja looking, you know. That's the type of thing that I could wear. But like it's a stormy day, it's a stormy raining day in Stockholm or something. I'm going on a trail or, you know, so then it's accurate. And then I feel cool in my clothes because I feel that there is a purpose. And we are going back to what you were saying before. So if I want to wear something that is a bit sportswear, etc., it's because there's a purpose.
Then it's more like workwear.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, same, because those fabrics are thick, so you don't need to watch out that you're gonna destroy something.
And there's something that's something that I mentioned before, that's something that I liked about Sweden when I came, is that people, they dress accordingly to what they are doing. I think that's nice. But it goes the other way around. If you want to wear sports clothes because you feel good, I think you should want to do some sports first,
like
and
jogging.
then you should want to wear cool clothes in what you are doing. But first, you need to want an activity.
Yeah, even on the countryside, they wear outdoor fritidskläder, outdoor clothes.
Yeah, and that's where I'm becoming a bit extremist. We had this talk the other day about barber jackets, and I was like, I'm tired of those barber jackets.
But it was raining.
Yeah, and you told me, yeah, but they are nice and it's raining. I'm like, yeah, I agree. It's just that I'm seeing too much of them, and I'm thinking. And then it brought me in the beginning. I was like, yeah, I'm just bitter and that's it. But then I was thinking, yeah, but I find that so much more appropriate and cool when you are going to the countryside than when 90% of everyone in the center of Stockholm is wearing a barber jacket.
Yeah, but it's also something different because barber jacket is more like outdoors, countryside.
Exactly.
But there are more garments like that you can combine, for example, with some tailored, for example, suits or trousers, field jackets, safari jackets, denim jackets, corduroy jackets, and combine with the suit, trousers, for example, and it gives you this effortless look. But it's also something different. For example, a lot of guys, they need to wear a suit at work or for some kind of occasion, but they don't own any coat, and they wear down jacket with a suit. So this one is not effortless style.
Yeah, exactly.
It's something more like being lazy and don't knowing the rules.
Exactly.
So the line is very thin sometimes.
And I have a question for you. Would you rather wear something to stick out or to be part of a trend or be part of I don't know, of something?
I think I like to stick out.
Yeah, exactly. I would say so too. And in a certain way, that's also what I want. I remember from already when I was a teen, when I was a kid, and we're talking about this on a previous episode. You know, there was every back to school moment. We were always looking for the new sneakers. You know, the one that you're gonna wear the whole year. And me, I was always struggling to find the one that is unique. So I was calling in shops in other cities to find the actual one that no one would have.
And then I even ordered from USA.
Yeah,
when it
exactly.
was much harder to order something from
Exactly. So I was this kind of guy also. I wanted, and in certain way I was blending in because it was still sneakers, but
But
it
you
was a
know,
special pair.
there's also a different thing, because sometimes you think that okay, the dress code is cocktail dress code, for example,
Yeah,
and then you should wear a suit, but maybe dress it down a bit with some kind of open shirt or like maybe men uniform or
yeah,
something. Mix and match suit jacket and then trousers. But people are coming in jeans, so when you're dressed accordingly to the situation, you are still sticking out.
yeah.
But you're not wearing something crazy.
No, exactly.
You're
No,
just wearing something that everyone should wear.
exactly. You don't need to, because yeah, there's a difference in between just rude or disrespectful and being yourself. You can wear a suit, but just make it a bit more yourself, and then you are not disrespectful, but you are still projecting who you are. And I would say that it's a thin line, but it's just common sense.
Yeah, you just wear something nice, and it's not crazy, but it sticks out because everyone else is just
Yeah.
going the easiest way.
And I would say that a lot of people would think, all right, but that's super complex to find the thin line. And I agree. And before I was like, I don't find that so complex. But I've been talking with a lot of stylists and so on. And I realized, yeah, everyone needs advice. And that's why people like us are doing what we are doing, to give advice. And that's why there's so many stylists that earn a lot of money by giving people advice on how they should wear their clothes, because people don't know. And you don't know if you never learn or if you didn't take the time. And if we learn, it's just because we experimented, because we're passionate into that, and because we spend a lot of time studying.
And we made some mistakes.
Exactly. And we also made some mistakes.
Yeah,
So that's why we know those things and we like to
People
share
were
it.
were making fun of us also.
Yeah, exactly. So we went there.
Even now. But yeah, do you think that you can learn style, the effortless style?
Yeah, but that's the thing. I would say that I think that it's like, for me, it's like if you were saying, can you learn of being yourself?
Yeah.
Because being yourself is being effortless. You shouldn't make any effort to be yourself. So I would say
that's a good.
Yeah, so I would say that in the
quote.
beginning, there's probably some work to do, yes, to learn things, to learn basic rules, and then you are making it more yours with time, and then, yes, it's
I
becoming
would say
effortless.
also, as I said before, to copy some outfits,
Yeah.
and maybe to look on some fashion icons
Yeah,
that
definitely.
looked effortlessly stylish.
Yeah, I think it's even better to look fashion icons than anyone else.
That, like, for example, Paul Newman. Shout out to my best friend Disa. She's in love with Paul Newman.
Yeah. Don't tell her that is.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and he just looked good in everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe Gianni Anelli. He was effortlessly
Anelli,
stylish.
yeah. The only guy that can wear a watch above his shirt. And
Yeah, but you know that one of my friends, female friends, she wore a watch like that also.
But those guys, they were so. I mean, for anyone that knows, anyone that wants to wear a watch after like this, it's gonna okay.
Yeah,
you know,
a watch on the shirt cuff.
It's like when you wear white socks with black loafers. Like, oh, okay, Michael.
Yeah. I actually wore white socks with black loafers yesterday.
Yeah, then you need to have a strong style and confidence in yourself to wear things that fashion icons have been wearing.
Yeah,
like
but
this before.
like I did some Gianni Anelli outfits. I had Solaris suit with boots, suede boots.
Cool.
It looked good. But it's also like this guy. He could also wear too short ties.
Yeah.
And tuck in the longer part of the tie in his trousers, and he just looked good, and people were just crazy copying this.
Copying, exactly. But that's the thing, because some guys, they were so stylish that they opened some doors. It was like either it's passing or it's like crashing.
Yeah.
And since they had this flair and this aura, they opened some doors. But that's the thing, it's almost impossible to reproduce them without being a gimmicky, you know.
Yeah, but it's also something that those suits are always perfectly fitted.
Yeah.
Shoes are they take care of their shoes.
Yeah, yeah.
So all those garments, they look good separately, and they have some kind of art that they put it together and still looks good. But if you were thinking about it in forehand, it was like come on, how to even combine this? You know, I met the owner of Marinella. Brand, Thai brand, and he wore a single-breasted power suit with light blue. Actually, my one of my Scolare shirts was inspired by this shirt, baby blue cotton button-down shirts. But you know, the buttons were not unbuttoned, and he wore black chukka boots, black suede chukka boots, and I thought, black suede and chukka boots. Chukka boots, they come from desert boots.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Like, why even black and suede? Black is formal, suede is informal. But it looks so good together. And you know, this very formal suit. It's just those Italians. I don't know if anyone else can do it like this, or guys on motorcycles in suits and they just look good.
There's a lot of pass when you're Italian, especially Italian living in Italy, because you see a lot of crazy stuff and you're like, it works. It works. Just this Italian guy, because they are themselves, you know. You can feel that they are not trying too hard. Anyone else would feel like trying too hard, but with them, they're just like, they are living their life, you know.
Sometimes people think that I'm Italian.
Yeah, I thought you were Italian before talking to you. But I would say that's, well, in this case, it's a compliment.
Thank you.
But to summarize, I would say that it comes from experience. It comes from finding yourself, are you comfortable, what you are trying to project of yourself, because at the end of the day, clothes is also a projection of who you are, who you want to be. Because we make mistakes in life.
You need to know what you like.
Yeah, exactly. You make mistakes in the directions that you are taking life, so you will make mistakes in what you are wearing. But remember that you are projecting some hopes, some all the aura is coming from the depths, I would say, and the depths is coming also from, there's almost something poetic about it, you know, about trying to project an aesthetic. It's a creative work, you know. It's like there's an artistry behind that.
But it's also something like, if you want to wear something that is more flamboyant, crazy, you need to know why.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to have the reason why you want to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Because sometimes there is no purpose. Like, why, for example, if you want to wear a short-sleeved formal shirt with a tie on a wedding, why? There's no reason to look that bad.
That's
but if you want to wear Vans with a suit like that, it just I think it just looks good in those colors. Maybe in the first hand they don't look so well together, but
it looks super cool. It looks almost Riviera, you know. It's like you're gonna walk into the sand. So of course you wear this kind of thing.
I would like for summer to come.
Yeah, exactly. You're longing to something, and a lot of times I have been wearing clothes, or when I have projected myself, okay, we're gonna have this holiday, it's gonna be so cool. I was also thinking what I'm gonna wear, because it's gonna make it even cooler to really assess the moment, you know.
We are manifesting summer.
Yeah, exactly.
In Stockholm.
So what you're wearing manifests something.
Yeah, and I also thought that it's pretty, because I wanted to wear something that goes together with this belt, because I have this belt. Yeah, it fits the polo.
Yeah.
But with the shoes, if I wore black loafers, no.
No.
So what? There is, you know, the cream sneaker sole.
Yeah, exactly.
It fits. What other? Because like I checked with espadrillos. No, it wasn't that.
Yeah.
So we
would have depended on the context. If we were at the beach, and maybe we should shoot outside.
Yes, guys, that's an idea, because actually we had an idea to shoot today outside in Stockholm, but the weather is not so great. It's windy.
Yeah.
And we thought that we should announce the time, the place.
So no one comes.
So people can
can go away.
Just ghost us. But no, guys, we would like you to be a part of Suit Yourself. So we will announce the place, the time. I think it will be Sunday because everyone is free. It's day off for everyone, not for us. But yeah. So even if you're going to the church, after church, you can go to another Suit Yourself church.
Yeah, exactly.
We will announce it. It will be in Stockholm. Yeah, but it will be also in Florence. So guys, if you are gonna be in Florence next week, we are going on Sunday. This episode is released on this Sunday. So just follow our Instagram, suityourself_podcast, and check where we are gonna shoot the next episode, and maybe you can be a part of it.
Yeah, that'd be very nice. And I think that shooting outside could be a thing. I mean, this is very Swedish to go out when there's finally some sun, and we should do the same. We should actually enjoy the weather and go out.
Maybe we will even have some drinks. But yeah, in Sweden, when it's summer, it's so different than the depressing winter. So hopefully see you guys, hear you guys in one of the next episodes.
Yeah. Ciao, guys.
Bye.